what, 6'6" Camila Cardoso down in the paint? That's who it should lead through. That's who it better lead. And now we get word from the coach that Angel Reese is going to have a modified role. Now,
Angel Reese's double-double machine is getting a complete overhaul for 2025. The Chicago Sky's new coach, Tyler Marsh, is pulling Reese away from the basket and telling her to start shooting mid-range jumpers.
It says the Chicago Sky want her to take mid-range jumpers. Okay. However, Marsh wants her to add more versatility.
You heard that right. The rebounding queen who dominated the paint last season is being asked to completely change her game. Is this a genius move to unlock Reese's full potential, or are the Sky about to mess up what made Angel special in the first place? Reese hasn't even posted up once in training camp so far. This is a massive gamble that could either elevate her career or send it crashing down. Like the video and subscribe to the channel to support us. Can you imagine Angel Reese, the girl who grabbed rebounds like they were going out of style, now being told to shoot jumpers? It's like asking a fish to climb a tree.
Goes offense. The Sky plan to use second-year power forward Angel Reese much differently than how she was deployed in her rookie season.
Angel built her entire brand on dominating the paint and collecting double-doubles in her rookie season, breaking records with 15 straight at one point. That's what made her Angel Reese. But now, Coach Tyler Marsh is completely changing the game plan. He's pulling Angel away from the basket, where she became a star, and forcing her to develop a mid-range game she's never shown before. This isn't just a small adjustment, it's a complete identity shift. The rebounding machine that terrorized opponents under the basket is being reconstructed into something totally different. You know how serious this is? According to Julie Poe of the Chicago Sun-Times, Angel hasn't even posted up once during training camp so far. Not once. The same player who was an absolute menace on offensive rebounds is now practicing catch-and-shoot jumpers and working on her shot off the dribble. That's like telling a heavyweight boxer to suddenly become a ballerina.
The use of off-ball cuts and relocating her position to constantly create balance and space in Marsh's offense.
The numbers from last season tell the story. Angel averaged 13.1 points and 13.1 rebounds, with most of her scoring coming right at the rim. Now they want her shooting from 10 to 15 feet out? That's an entirely different skill set.
Well, for Reese, that means adapting to a modified role that will tap into her full potential as a stretch four.
Her comfort zone has always been within arm's reach of the basket, not floating around the perimeter looking for jump shots. Let's be real about something else. Angel's shooting mechanics have always been a question mark. She shot just 40.9% from the field as a rookie despite most attempts being close to the rim, and her free throw percentage was only 72.1%. Those aren't exactly numbers that scream future jump shooter.
Of her field goal attempts, and we know from 5 foot in, she was the most inefficient field goal percentage shooter.
What's the plan here? Coach Marsh wants to transform Angel into what they call a stretch four, a player who can space the floor with outside shooting. This creates room for their new 6 feet 6 inches center, Camila Cardoso, who the Sky apparently want to make their primary paint presence. They're essentially moving their best rebounder away from where rebounding happens. So what exactly is Angel's new modified role? She's being repositioned as a mid-range shooter, taking jumpers from 10 to 15 feet, working on shooting off the dribble, and focusing on catch and shoot opportunities. It's a complete reinvention of her game, top to bottom.
Yet to post up at training camp as she learns a new role for the offense. Oh, this should be very interesting.
While Coach Marsh focuses on reinventing Angel's offensive game, there's an elephant in the room nobody's talking about. What happens to the double-double machine when you move her away from where rebounds actually happen? When you build your entire brand around dominating the glass, what's left when those numbers inevitably fall? Let's be real. Angel Reese isn't just known for playing basketball, she's known specifically for gobbling up rebounds at a ridiculous rate. That's what built her massive following on social media. That's what landed her those big endorsement deals. Her entire identity as a basketball player revolves around being that double-double threat every single night. But here's where things get dicey. The Sky's new game plan is putting Camila Cardoso front and center in the paint.
What, 6'6"? Camila Cardoso down in the paint? That's who it should lead through. That's who it better lead.
With Cardoso becoming the team's primary inside presence, Angels' opportunities to crash the offensive glass are going to shrink dramatically. This matters huge because offensive rebounds accounted for nearly half of her total rebounding numbers last season. You know what basketball insiders will tell you? When players move away from the basket, their rebounding numbers take a nosedive. It's just simple physics. You can't grab rebounds if you're standing 15 feet from where they're happening. Remember how Breanna Stewart's rebounding stats dipped when she expanded her game to the perimeter? The same fate could easily await Angel.
She's further away from the basket. That doesn't mean there's going to be a lot of, or as many, I would believe, offensive rebound opportunity.
There's another problem nobody's talking about. Angel's jump shot has a notoriously slow release. When she's stationed further out, defenders will have plenty of time to close out on her. This could lead to hesitation, blocked shots, or just plain inefficiency from mid-range, exactly where Coach Marsh wants her to operate now. The Sky's redesigned offense creates spacing in the half court, which sounds great until you realize what it means for Angel. When shots go up, she'll be hovering around the perimeter instead of battling under the basket. That's rebounding suicide.
Never post up again, but Marsh understands if the Sky want to build an effective offense, they need to start building out space.
Is her signature double-double streak really in jeopardy? You better believe it. With this new role, Angel's rebounding could plummet from 13-plus boards a game down to single digits. Basketball analysts are projecting a potential 30 to 40% decrease in her rebounding numbers if she fully commits to this perimeter role.
And now we get word from the coach that Angel Reese is going to have a modified role. Now,
that would completely destroy her double-double dominance that made her famous as a rookie. So here's what's really happening with the Chicago Sky's gamble on Angel Reese. Coach Marsh isn't just changing her role, he's investing in her future. The long-term vision? Creating a more versatile and unpredictable offensive threat who can dominate from multiple spots on the floor.
15 feet from the basket. She's working on being able to shoot off dribble, and when the play call is for a catch and shoot.
This strategic shift isn't just about Angel either. It's about building a more balanced team offense that flows through Cardoso in the paint while giving everyone else room to operate. But here's the risk. If Angel's numbers drop and the mid-range game doesn't develop, her passionate fan base might turn on the coaching staff. As one analyst put it, they'll cut this coach in half and create all kinds of drama.